So I do feel that it should come from your heart and brain together, balance it out, have some patience, and everything should make sense. Just don't put greeting cards on LinkedIn because it is everybody is doing it. No, don't have that herd mentality. Do your research well. Also see how the culture of the company is. Do you want to go there and work? Do your KYC well so that you learn work rather than learn how to manage the employees and settle in an environment. So I would say KYC is very important before joining any agency or as an in-house person. I would start saying that I never wanted to be in the legal industry. I actually wanted to be a journalist, but destiny and other things have their own path that is carved for you for this life. And I was in Bombay. It was a good place to be, to learn more. And doing law was a good initiative at that time because the classes were early in the morning and you can do your internships later in the evening. So it was quite, everything was very balanced out and everything was falling into place at that time. And that's how I got into law. And then I got into internship with a small training and recruitment company which was only doing it for the legal fraternity. And there I was actually working with somebody who was heading sales and marketing, and we were trying to sell products to lawyers and law firms. And I just thought this is very interesting. I mean, this is something different that I have ever heard. And I pursued it. I never did any internship in any other law firm to understand how to do a deal or do a transaction while I'm a lawyer by qualification. And this was interesting. And then I was like, it's time to go into the law firm industry and understand more about the whole segment and how it works, because it always helps you if you're a lawyer and you know how the deals are done and then market them, because you understand more. So, and then a colleague of mine from that place only where I was doing the work for sales and marketing, he said it was very interesting to understand the deals. First of all, the law firm culture. Lawyers are very flamboyant and they do things in a very dignified, in a sophisticated way. And as a young kid, you like to understand more, you like to learn all this. And I think I also had good mentors there. The managing partners were very supportive. They knew that one young girl has come, she wants to learn. So they were very supportive and they helped me to understand how it works. And I think I was there at the right time, at the right place. And we were doing BD together. So I was learning a lot at that time. And then my journey started from there. And I never looked back, thankfully. And we kept going on and on and on. And now today I'm working with another law firm, which is a small law firm, but it's a good one. And people from Magic Law Firms have started it in India. And now we have somebody from other AZB also. Somebody has come on board, and he's also a very great. He's a great name in the legal industry. So doing that, and I think I quite like it. I think the marketing and BD side of law firm was hidden somewhere. And because of people like me and other people who started doing this, it just came out there. And social media was taking a lot of space in the world at that time. And it was the right time to do this. And we were doing things differently. So that's my background, and that's how I got into it. And I thank my stars, my parents, and a little bit of hard work that I put in, that I am here today. We have done a lot of campaigns, small ones, I could tell you. Like we did like a brand development campaign internally. We got one of the big guys from the big force to come and talk to us. Then we collaborated with them to do one of the big events, and a lot of clients were converted from it. And this had happened in COVID also. And I think COVID years, I could tell you this may not be related to your PR and com, but what I felt happy about was that we did like a mental health thing internally. We got a mental health agency on board, and we circulated an email, and this was something that we had done it from the branding team, and we had proposed it, and the partners were very quite happy with it. And that was really helpful because COVID times were tough, especially Delhi, Gurgaon.
Understood.
And I can tell you about one practice area. This is not confidential. In one of the ex firms, there is this practice area antitrust and the antitrust and the competition one. So antitrust was really taking lead during the COVID times. And we were really trying to get it across, like we were doing good work and we wanted everybody to know about it. So we did lot of collaboration, webinars and law firm collaboration as well with the partner who was doing it. And she was not getting the due credit that she was supposed to. But we really worked hard on it for a year and then she was number one in the country next year. So that was something I would say it's very good. Even for the current firm that I'm working with, because they're so low-key and they don't want so much out there, but they want to be presented as well. I think I have changed a lot of things here by changing the minds of the partners to go on LinkedIn a little bit. Like LinkedIn is like, no, we don't want to do it. So like I monitor it, like what is happening. Like if you are promoted, your designation should be changed and stuff like that. So I would not say it's like a big thing, but in the law firm industry, it's a big thing. Because LinkedIn, if you see, you will be like, no, she's just saying to everybody doing it. But for lawyers to get there, to train them, to write what they want to, it takes a lot. So when I came on board, we revamped our website. And, we made it nice and jazzy and beautiful with good content. But nobody was monitoring it. So nobody was taking care of the analytics. Nobody knew how to do it because we are lawyers. I'm also trained as a lawyer. I'm also not trained like a marketer. I have learned it on the job. So when I started sharing the data on Google Analytics on which page, the landing page or the Teams page or the deal page or maybe join us page, which page is doing best, and if join us page is doing well, then we have to make sure that our deals page are doing best because deals are what we are projecting to the world. We don't have anything else to offer. We only have the deals and the matters to offer and awards. So when I started sharing it, I think that is when things started a little bit of changing. They started understanding how it works and what should we do and why the deal announcement to different journals and different ranking is important, why the timing matters. So I would say that is a big change that has come in the partners. And other thing is I think social media, they used to despise it, but now they love it. And most of our clients are telling us that the last 6 months, and I have joined here in October, and the clients are talking to the partners saying, you guys are doing very well. We didn't know you guys are doing so many deals. Like we only knew you are doing this deal because you do this deal with us. But now we know that we are doing so many other deals. You are doing competition. There is a big competition matter that we won last year, and we really needed to take this out there because it was against one of the search engines. And but we were gutsy to go out there and say that we won it against the search engine. So I think that has changed, and I have also and partners are very nice, but I've also told them that don't be scared. Take your client confirmation and then we will go out there and tell the whole world that we have done this. So I think that has changed a bit as well. Even designing, revamping of the profiles, everybody is still using a little bit traditional ways. I have got that changed. So yes, things have changed and I'm glad that they are changing. Yes, process is slow and I think slow is good. Slow is very good. Success is related to slow. So I prefer that and the partners prefer that. So the synergies are there. So it's good. I do feel that there should be somebody who can review my documents. Like an AI tool which can just review the document and tell me that, not ChatGPT. As a lawyer, I don't like it, to be honest. I would want people to read, use their brain, communicate by using their brain rather than putting it there and saying reframe it. No, just read more. It also helps your brain function better. But I would want somebody to review it lawyers review 500, 600 pages a day and it's tiring. So I would want something like that which will review for the lawyers especially. I do see that there is contract management and storing and cloud that law firms are already using, including us. But magic tool, I don't know how much will the audience understand this, but we the BD and marketing people in legal industry, we do a lot of submissions across the year. And the submissions are really long. So, and there is like a one tool called converter. But when it converts, manually you have to go and check again. So I would want something like that, that if I put in data somewhere, that gets converted into forms that the submission journalists are asking for us in. Like if I convert A, then it should be converted into B without me looking at it. But I don't know if that will work for a lawyer, because our mental exercise is different. We always want to review. Like even a full stop between two sentences or a comma will change the whole language for us. So if that can be done, if that magic wand exists, then I am happy if somebody can tell me, or that can be invented by somebody. I'll be great. I don't know how much you're following the legal news, but now the BCI has approved international law firms to open offices in India. So that's like a big move, okay? It's a big move. It doesn't affect a lot of us because we have our clientele, we have everything in place. But competition will increase once they start they will start setting their shops in India. So I think communication professionals' demand will increase, but I don't see like a big huge change. I don't see that. I think lawyers are still using traditional ways to market themselves. Lawyers still like to go out there and have a drink with a bunch of clients, and then they say what's happening, and you tell me if any deal is happening. But I don't think social media will get us where we want to as lawyers. And I personally feel social media is a fantastic tool. I think LinkedIn is a fantastic tool. People connect with each other and they say, I've added you on LinkedIn. But in our industry, it's like, I've added you on LinkedIn. That means nothing. That is like, okay, but do you know the quality of legal opinion that I can give you? You will only know when you work with me, talk to me, and you will know how much legal knowledge I have. And Twitter is little bit, I don't prefer Twitter as a lawyer because legal industry is a very opinionated industry. This has been my attitude towards Twitter, and I am on Twitter and I like it. I think it's a fantastic microblogging site. But as an industry, I think we should be a little away from it. I would really think people who are going to start should start from the roots. Do your research well and really understand if you really want to get into PR and communication, because for that, first of all, your communication skills have to be good. So if you do a course from a reputed institute, please also understand that your spoken and written English should be good. You can't help it now. As much as we want to have diversity and inclusion, the world is running on the language English, fortunately or unfortunately. So written and spoken English has to be good, because if you're speaking with your stakeholders, who are your internal clients, and then speaking the same language with the journalist or going out there and marketing it, your content has to be strong. And that content strong comes from you. The chairman of the company or the managing partner of the company will not have that much time. You will have to really look at it, and please don't use ChatGPT to reframe it. Use your brain, read more, study more. I just feel you should read the right books and follow a lot of industry leaders, of course. And I also think that a lot of these ambitious people who are from Hindi medium or local Marathi medium, not to say Marathi medium is bad or Hindi medium is bad, but if they really want to go out there, they have to work on themselves first and do the research, and even they have to have that kind of ambition to learn on the job also. And today's generation should have more patience, because it takes time to reach where you are, and if you can't be okay on day one, then that's not the end of the day. It takes time. And PR and comms is something that is only based on relationships. And if your relationships with your internal stakeholders and the outside world is not okay, and you are getting very flustered, or you have an ego that how can somebody talk to me like this, then it's not going to work. So my advice will be your content should be strong. And when I say content should be strong, that your chairman, managing director and your person doing the deal will also give you. But how you are beautifying it, how you are sending it across is also important. How your press release is important. Like one of the banks was opening an ATM in Kedarnath and they want to do a press release for that. So the agency I was working with them, they're like, they are doing. I said, but it makes no sense. I mean, I'm a third person and I'm giving you this advice, and they're like, no, they're really sitting on our head and wanting us to do it. And that person had just joined the agency for 2 years. And I asked him, what is your opinion? He's like, no, it's a client, I'll do it. It's a client, you will do it, but it has to make sense also. What about your own branding? The agency you are working in, your own branding also affects this, right? So you have to really start from roots. You have to understand what branding is. You just can't go out there and say anything that today I have done holy card. It is useful and nice, but it has no agenda. You have to have an agenda. Yes, you are doing holy. Why? Because you want the people of India who are diverse to see that you are a diverse firm. So that something like that has to come out somewhere. So you have to think. Just saying it designer, just make one poster, we'll put it. It doesn't work like that. You have to really have some, and content has to be extremely strong to portray what you are saying. And this happens with language. What you feel and you write, it is projected like that. Maybe it's easier for me to say this because I'm a lawyer, but I just feel that it helps. So I do feel that it should come from your heart and brain together, balance it out, have some patience, and everything should make sense. Just don't put greeting cards on LinkedIn because it is everybody is doing it. No, don't have that herd mentality. Do your research well. Also see how the culture of the company is. Do you want to go there and work? Do your KYC well so that you learn work rather than learn how to manage the employees and settle in an environment. So I would say KYC is very important before joining any agency or as an in-house person.